Right, so if you have been living under a rock, you won't have realised that Wrexham FC have been taken over by two main Hollywood stars, Rob Mcelhenny and Ryan Reynolds. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about where they can take Wrexham FC forward as a club and 3 points of what they should do when they are in full charge of the mighty Reds. Before you do get into this, drop a like on this video. Let's go for 24 likes. Follow the Instagram at OneLiamRoberts. And subscribe to the channel. It's as simple as that. It doesn't cost a penny and it takes more than 5 seconds, less than 5 seconds to do. So let's go on to the first point, which is get a new manager. That is the first point. Now, Dean Keats, I really like him as a manager. I think he's grown on me, but I don't think Keats is the right man to take Wrexham up to the Football League and to take us up as a globally well-known club. Now, I think Keats, the one thing he has got in his locker is signings. I think he's really good at signings. But like I said, I don't think Keats is the man to take us up. He's very inexperienced as a manager. He's only managed the likes of, he's managed Walsall. He got relegated with them. So that says a lot, really, in one nutshell. I don't think Keats is the man to take us up to League Two and beyond. We need a manager who can take us up to where the levels we want to be at. Now, those levels, they've got to be like League One Championship thing if everything goes right. And I think there's a couple of people that can do that. One of them being Danny and Nicky Cowley. Now, I think they're currently managing in Holland at the minute. But imagine if we could get hold of those. They've done it before. They've took Lincoln up and they've gone to Huddersfield, done a decent job there. Got wrongly sacked, but I think they would be perfect for us. And I think we could do with like a League One or League Two manager. I'm a big fan of the Cheltenham manager, Michael Duff. I think he'd do a great job at the Reds. Now, the manager needs to have a good knowledge of the game. And I'd say next year, if we were to get him, because that's when Keats' contract runs out, we need to be aiming to get a good manager in this league or a good manager in League Two, if not more, because we have got the money to do it. And we need a manager who can get good players in, lure them to the club, make them want to play with their heart on the sleeve. And I think there's no other man to do that than Danny Cowley. I do believe he'd be a great manager. No, that's nothing against Keats. Anything can change between now and the end of the season. But I don't think Keats is the man to get us promoted, unfortunately. The second point is I would like to see those two develop the Kop stand. Now, if you didn't know, the Kop is a stand, one of the biggest stands. I think it's the biggest stand that we have in our ground, but unfortunately it is in use. Now, I think it's been at least, 25 years, 20 years since this Kop. Oh, no, it's less than that. I think it's like 15 years or something. But it hasn't been used for ages due to the safe standing regularity things that we can't have it being used, unfortunately, because when in its heyday, the Kop was very, very popular. That's where all the home fans would go. And then we've reverted to the swearing stand now. But if we were to get the Kop done, there have been massive talks. We've had the permissions for it to go ahead. It would sort of make Wrexham the club we were back then when the Kop was open back to now, because I think a lot of fans would love to see it go through. And if I'm being honest, with millions of people watching across the world, like Rob and Ryan's fans and stuff, I don't think they would like to see a rusty stand behind the goal that isn't being used and hasn't been touched on for years. I don't think they'd like to see that. It would look ugly. That's not the reason why I want them to do work in it, of course. It'd be stupid if just to do that to satisfy the American fans and Canadian fans. I want to see it again. As a Wrexham fan, me being 15 years old, unfortunately, I never got to see fans stand in the Kop, and watching the videos back, seeing them in there, packed, like on the last day against Boston United when they stayed up, it was packed. There must have been at least 5,000-6,000 fans in there. I would have loved to have been in that Kop, and I still want to be in that Kop in the years to come, cheering on the Reds, because it would just make the racecourse ground so much more. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to have standing. It would have to be seated. But there's some pictures. I might put a picture on now of what the Kop would look like. 2-tier stand, 5,000 capacity. It would take our capacity up to around 15, 16,000, which would be mental. It would make our ground complete and professional, and it would fit more fans in who do want to come and watch, because I can guarantee you our attendances won't be 4,000 that we've been having over the past seasons. There'll be more 6, 7, 8,000 in fact, now that we do have the new owners in. So that's my second point, develop the Kop. And then point 3 is get a brand new set of players. It might sound B-Tech, it might sound, well, it's basic logic, to be honest. Some of the players we have in this squad don't deserve to be in this squad, if I'm being honest. We need to keep the likes of Luke Young, Sean Pearson, Rob Lainton, Record, Jarvis and stuff, Thomas, the ones that are actually half decent. But unfortunately, there are some players, like I said, that don't deserve to be in this team, and I think need to leave in January, if not the end of the season. Now, we need some experienced players who can take us up to the league where we want to be at in the years to come. We need players who can play with style, who know this league to the back of their head, and want to, like I said want to play with pride in this Wrexham side. And we don't want to see players that are lazy and can't be bothered training, because that's what we've had in the past, unfortunately. And I think Rob Mcelhenny and Ryan Reynolds, they need to go forward and splash the cash. It might sound needy, but that's the main thing they need to do. And I think Peter Moore, our new advisor at the club, will tell them that. And we need to get that sorted as soon as possible. League 2, National League, League 1 players, we have the budget to do it. And if I'm being honest, they can't hold back on getting players. We've fed up of getting players that have been rejected from other clubs in our league. So that's the third point. Get more players. Get better players as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the massive point of the video. This is what you all clicked on it for. How far can Rob Mcelhenny and Ryan Reynolds take us? In 5 years' time, my prediction is playoffs in League 2. It might sound a bit, but if I'm being honest, we're not going to go up this season. Next season, I think it'll be a tester. I can't see us going up there, maybe getting playoffs. But in 5 years' time, in 2025, we will definitely be seeing Wrexham either winning League 2 or in the playoffs, about to go to Wembley and about to beat Newport as we go up. That's a bold statement. So yeah, that's why I think we'll be in 5 years. In 10 years, if they are still in charge, I think we could be winning League 1 or in the Championship. Oh, it sounds stupid. Those are my dreams. They're probably not going to happen. 99.9% chance they won't. But that's why I think, and I want us to be in those in 5 and 10 years' time. So that might sound stupid, but I'm sure any Wrexham fan would be happy with that. And now I just want to say we need to get things right when Rob Mcelhenny and Ryan Reynolds take him. We can't get too carried away, because our dreams are there, but reality, I think we need to keep calm, because success isn't going to come like that. It's going to take time for them to get what they want to do right in the club. And as long as they can get them right, get the fans happy again, get the racecourse full, I think we should have a good future ahead and make this club the club we were a couple of years back. And I want to say a huge thank you to Peter Moore, the former CEO of Liverpool, who's taken the role as an advisor at the club. He's going to play a massive part in signings and stuff, departures, so a massive thank you to him for becoming the new advisor at Wrexham. And as I said, once a Red, always a Red. Come on the Reds, I'll always be supporting us, even if this takeover wouldn't have happened, Yeah, there's the badge. Come on the Reds, let's fingers crossed we can get up to where we want to be, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.